Hello everybody, welcome to this live training. We're going to be talking all about doorways to the divine, and as some people are hopping on, I'm just going to add in my little comment here. Doorways to the divine. Perfect. Hello everybody joining, so good to see you all. Good, got that comment pinned to the top. Okay, so as everybody is hopping in here, I want to jump right in. Don't want to take up too much of your beautiful Friday. So I wanted to talk about doorways to the divine, because I think that this is really important for us to understand as starseeds. First things first, you are an awakened starseed, which means that you have volunteered to be here, to be of service, through your gifts, to humanity, either of service to humanity or to Gaia or to the nature kingdom or all of the above. And this is the way that you are of service, is through your gifts, like through the ways that you are unique, okay? And through your love, of course, as well. We're beautiful walking examples of love and oneness. But I want you to know that there's even more to it than you realize, because you are specifically like almost like technology in a way, or almost like you are a portal. You are the doorway to the divine, and you are very specifically placed where you're meant to be on earth and at the time that you're meant to be there. So it's like, why were you born where you were born? Why are you living where you live now? Why did you choose to incarnate on this planet at this exact moment in this crazy history that we are seeing humanity go through? And there's a reason for it all. It truly is all divinely orchestrated. And so awakened starseeds act like doorways to the divine, okay? In fact, this is the main theme of your mission. So think about it like this. How are you either a doorway or a bridge? What are you opening to, or what are you bringing through that door? Because there's two main areas for you to bring something through the doorway that you are. You are the door. Think about like the divine inside of you, or even behind you a little bit, and you open up as this door and you bring through what? What do you bring through? So the first thing would be information, right? Definitely bringing through divine information from higher sources, higher realms, higher dimensions, all the way up to God's source. And then the second way would be you are divine doorways to energy, like higher frequency energies that people don't all have access to. And yet as starseeds, we're literally built, created in our very DNA to be open doors. And so it's really just about you learning how to open up to that and to bring that through. And then also deciding, are you here to be a doorway to information? Or are you here to be a doorway to that high frequency energy? Or are you both? Because a lot of people are both. A lot of people are here to be activators, healers, authors, bringing through all the new like codes and information and all of the things that humanity needs. Like there's so many things that we've yet to uncover, and one small example of that is manifestation. We have just barely touched the tip of the iceberg when it comes to how manifestation actually works. And it's going to be a starseed, a beautiful awakened starseed, that suddenly has this boom download and writes the book of the century about manifestation and what it truly is. And that's what I mean by like doorways to information that humanity needs to evolve and to progress into the new age. Doorways to the energy of crystalline DNA upgrades 6D. Like we're beyond 5D. Many of us are. 5D was the evolution and the ascension of your consciousness. 6D is the evolution and the ascension of your body. Like physically, you're evolving, you're ascending, and the solar flares are helping, and the Schumann resonance is helping. And it's been proven that those solar flares are what cause that evolution in the DNA because of the higher quotients of light that we're learning how to hold in our bodies. So think about, how are you a bridge to the divine? How are you a doorway to the divine? What are you here to bring through? Is it information? Is it energy? Is it both? And how do you do it? Okay, so the first one that I want to talk about is the information piece. Hello, everybody in the chat. Oh, I love the little door emoji. Hi, Sylvia. Hi, V. Hello, everybody joining. Sorry, I don't know why my chat was stuck, but all of a sudden I just saw everybody say hi at once. So hello. Okay, so the first one is you being a doorway to information, divine information, high information from these higher realms. Think like ascended masters, angels, God source, councils of light. Maybe you're working with like a Mantis Council, the Orion Council, Arcturian Council, like galactic councils of light, plus ascended masters, plus angels, plus like higher self collective. There is such a thing as a higher self collective where you could really be bringing information through from everyone's higher self or their oversouls. Like this is so important. And the thing about bringing information through you as a door is that's channeling. Like that is absolutely what channeling is. That's exactly what it is. It's making that connection and bringing that information through that's not available here unless we pull it down. You know, unless somebody opens up as a doorway to these higher messages, they're not just gonna, they're not just gonna be laying on the ground somewhere and somebody picks them up. Like they have to come through in some divine channel. And so a channel, a doorway, that's you, okay? But here's the problem with that. Okay, so we're still talking about the doorway that you are for information, and we're going to talk about the doorway that you are for energy in a bit. But this information thing, this sounds beautiful, right? But there is a problem there. And the problem is that the ego gets in the way. So lots of beautiful doorways, beautiful starseeds, really feel like they have the best intentions, but unfortunately they don't know the proper process to connect in a pure way. And so what they end up doing is they end up ego channeling. And if you've never heard of that term before, all that means is that they are channeling their own opinions. They're channeling from their own programming, their own patterns, their own traumas, and they can't help it because if it's coming through them, then they're like filtering the information, unfortunately, through all of that. And so what I did was I created this method of channeling called clean and ethical channeling. You've probably heard me talk about it before. And this is to ensure that there is a pure connection. And this is to ensure that it's a protected channel so that no dark energies, dark entities, yes, we have to realize that that's a reality, so that nothing gets in there and distorts the message and fills it up with fear frequency. And you've probably noticed, just like I have, some of my favorite channelers, some of my favorite YouTubers are suddenly spewing these messages filled with fear frequency. And that doesn't mean that they're not popular. It means they're even more popular because humanity is addicted to drama and to fear frequency and to the feeling of us versus them and separation and all of that. And so they're huge channelers, and unfortunately they're actually like just feeding the matrix, because the matrix eats fear frequency, right? That's a whole other video, a whole other live that we could do about what is the matrix, but basically it's fueled by fear frequency. And if you are somebody that is creating more of that fear frequency, then you are feeding the system that is keeping everybody down. Like you're feeding a system that's keeping everybody asleep. So that's the problem with ego channeling, and that's where we can't give up, because we truly are supposed to be these doorways of information to these higher realms, so we can't give up on it. We just have to learn how to do it in a pure way, pure connection, protected channel. And another thing that I teach people to do in this clean and ethical channeling method is how to overlap their clairs, right? Because if you get a reading from someone that says, well, I'm a clairvoyant. Okay, just imagine this for a second. Someone says to you, I'm a clairvoyant, I'm going to do a reading for you. But they only rely on the visions that they're receiving. Those visions are very susceptible to interpretation, right? So, okay, I'm seeing a kite, and I really think this means you need to cut the string and let somebody loose. You need to cut someone out of your life. But that's not what it meant, because that vision of a kite actually meant that they needed to let go of their trying to micromanage and control their reality, like set yourself free. But they couldn't know that because they're only working with clairvoyance and they only get visions. If you learn the language of the clairs and you learn how to see and feel and hear and know what spirit is sending you, you can't miss the message. It's layered upon layered upon layered. This is why I blow people's minds, my clients' minds, my students' minds, any of my audience with my channeling, because it's like, okay, well, I'm seeing this, now I'm hearing this, and I feel this, and this is what it is, here's what I know it to be. It's like I just boom, 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 worked my way down through all the clairs to claircognizance, and that is what I teach people to inside of my courses. We've got a comment here from Oracle Avalon. Opening doors to other worlds is my favorite. Your channeling course changed my life in the best way. Oh, I'm so happy to hear that. So that's one doorway to the divine. Okay, doorway to the divine. You are the door. The two things that we're trying to bring through that door are either information, or divine energy. When we're talking about bringing through divine information, the human problem is, unfortunately, no matter how good your intentions are, if you don't know how to channel ego free, then what's going to slip in there is probably your own opinions, ideas, fear, frequency. It's not that you're meaning to do it. I don't think people mean to do that. Like, I do think some people try to be too trendy with their channeling, and then they're trying to channel like, oh, is like the Princess Kate dead or alive? Is this or that? And I feel like the reason that they're trying to channel the trendy stuff is to get the views and to get the followers and to get all of that. But I know that we could be using our divine channel for a lot more important things than that. And that just feeds that us versus them, because all you get in those comments, and you'll see every time, is people arguing. I don't think so, but I think so, but I... And it's just like, you're just polarizing people, and that's not what we're here to do. Of course, you always want to speak up on things that are important to you, but I'm not here to channel trends. Like, I'm here to channel really deep messages from your oversoul, really deep messages from councils of light, from God's source, from ascended masters, to uplift you and to help you get on your path, because you have a really important path for being here, Starseed. And a part of that path, the whole theme of your mission, your earth mission, the theme of your earth mission is that you are a doorway to the divine. So how can you step into that? So if you want to step into that by being a doorway to information, then please come along and help me, like, let me teach you clean and ethical channeling. Because what I'll do is, and this happens inside of my program, Psychic Light, what I will do is I will teach you the method that you can use, but it will never box you in. It will set you free, because you can take that method and then do almost anything with it. You could channel, you could do mediumship readings, you could do Akashic readings, you could do light language, you could do spirit guide readings, you could bring down messages from higher councils for like the whole collective. You could do, collective energy readings, like, June's energy report, July's energy for this week. It's truly unlimited. You could do ascended masters, angels, like anything. You could truly channel anything. And by the way, Psychic Light is certified. So then you go ahead and you use that certification to either expand your spiritual business if you already have one, or build one, right? Because I'm just telling you right now, there are millions and millions of souls that are going to be awakening this year, next year. It's just going to get more. It's not going anywhere. This isn't just a trend. The awakening is real, and it's going to be eventually worldwide, and it happens in waves. One wave of awakening at a time, one wave of awakening at a time. But those waves are getting bigger, and they're starting to include more people, and the waves are getting closer together. So like one of the biggest awakenings that I've ever seen in my life happened in like 2020, 2021, when people were starting to realize a lot of things that were happening behind the scenes that they didn't understand, and it really forced people to awaken. And we're just going to see another huge one. We're supposed to have a really big one this year and in 2028, and like little ones in between. So I just want you to know that, because when you learn how to be a doorway to the divine, you will not be for lack of clients. People need you. People are going to be like searching for you. They're going to be searching for the information. They're going to be searching for the energy. And the solar flares are definitely a part of that, Sylvia, because solar flares are proven scientifically to evolve our DNA. And that is how evolution has happened over time. And so we are moving into, we could get really deep into, the awakening can't be stopped. We're moving into the photon belt of light around Alcyone, which is a star in the Pleiadian system. Our entire solar system, our sun and our planets and Earth in our solar system moves in like a circle, and it's every 12,000 years we hit that photon belt of light. And every time we hit the photon belt of light, there is a golden era on Earth, like a golden age. And every 24,000 years, it's a major golden era. And I think every 12,000, it can be like a mini one. The last major one we had was Lemuria. So, okay, let's move on. So how can you be a doorway to the divine? We'll move away from the information now. Now you understand how you can be it with information, but how can you be a doorway to divine energy? Because this divine energy is pure, it's high frequencies. And what it does is it helps people to clear themselves, expand, initiate them into their awakening, upgrade their different systems, their chakras, their gifts, lots of upgrades and evolution, just like Sylvia was talking about with the solar flares. So we can bring down even more potent energy than what a solar flare can do. Okay, like you can bring down the like a potent wavelength of energy of 6D. Okay, and like I said earlier in this live, what is 6D? So 5D is the ascension of consciousness. 5D is the evolution of your thinking, your consciousness, your self-awareness. 6D is the evolution of the body. It is the ascension of your physical form. This is why people keep talking about crystalline bodies. Like you are literally evolving into a being that can hold more light and holds crystallized light in a physical way. Because how does light become manifest in a physical environment like Earth, which is 3D? Through crystalline. Crystalline is like, think about a quartz. Do we have one? Yes, I have a nice big one right here. Think about this. Think about like if light became physical, it would be a crystal. And that is what we make physical in our bodies. We become walking light bodies, right? You know what a light body is if you've ever done astral travel. But what if you had a physical light body, which was your crystalline body? Okay. So Sylvia's saying frequency, conduit, pillars, lighthouses. We are all lighthouses. All right, so let's talk about how do we bring that energy through if we are the divine doorway. First of all, it takes a lot of inner strength, okay? To be able to wield such an intense wavelength, you need to have been doing your own work. That means you need to move through 5D and get to that 6D place. That means that you need to be well along into your ascension where you're starting to really understand that love is the answer to most problems, that oneness is truly the higher solution, that you're starting to feel compassion for others instead of judgment. That's beautiful 5D. If you're moving through that, then you are ready to move into the 6D, which is those physical changes, that inner strength to wield those intense wavelengths. You also need to have crystal clear intuition to know how to work with these kinds of frequencies, the 6D frequencies, so that you can direct them. So say you had a client in front of you, well, you need to know how to direct those frequencies when they come through quickly and spontaneously on the spot for your client. Where does it need to go in the body? What do I need to do with it? How do I anchor it in there? Okay, so starseeds are natural healers. Absolutely, and powerful healers. If you are an awakened starseed, I feel like you know you're a healer, and you can let me know in the chat, but I just feel like we know we're healers, right? Like you know that you're here to be of service, and you can definitely do that through the information, but you also know that there's a part of you that has some kind of like power to heal. You know, maybe you've tried placing your hands on a tree or on a pet or on yourself and tried to heal and send light. You just naturally know how to do it, but there is a way to train yourself in like these really powerful foundations of how to do things like crystalline upgrades. The thing is, though, that starseeds need to learn in a way that still allows them to be free, to follow very strong nudges. Starseeds get very strong soul nudges, right? You get these soul nudges that tell you what to do in the moment, and you should act when you hear that. You have very strong intuition, and you also always have this divine guidance coming in. So your healing looks a lot different than other people's healing. You're not just some Reiki healer. You're not just some energy healer. You're mixing together intuition, divine messages, soul nudges, psychic gifts, right? That is how a starseed becomes a multidimensional healer. And these other healing modalities, and I've tried some myself, they will always feel not quite it for you. They will always feel like they are limiting you, right? So say you sign up and you do a Reiki course, or you do some kind of like energy healing course, quantum healing or cranial sacral or reflexology or whatever it is that you decide, and you take this course, you're going to feel, I can share with my own story. I took a Reiki course, and how I ended up feeling was, it was really nice and it was really activating and everything. But when I went to actually take clients, something was off. Like I felt it felt forced. Oh, I have to place my hand placements just so, and I have to say this certain prayer, and I have to do it in this order. And the whole while, something inside of me was screaming like, you have your own sacred method. You know how to do this. You're boxing yourself in, you're limiting yourself, you're stopping the powerful energy that wants to come through you by being like, no, wait, I forgot to do this. Let me try this. It's too many rules. Oh, Aurora Shadow, Veronica is saying that's exactly how I felt when I took Reiki. Exactly. That is exactly how a starseed will feel. And we're not just picking on Reiki, and it's not Reiki's fault. But if we're going to just step on Reiki's toes for 1 second, we don't need like 5 million Reiki healers. What we need is starseeds coming in and doing their intuitive healing that is not being taught here, that is so powerful, that is exactly what their specific soul family, soul clients need. Okay, so you need to unleash yourself and you need to set yourself free from the rules, from being boxed in, from all of these, like, this is the step 1, step 2, do this, do that. Like, it's too much and it will take away from your power and it will take away from your healing. Okay, so that's my story, and other people here agreeing with what it feels like to take a traditional kind of like healing course. If you are a multidimensional starseed that is here to heal the masses, it's not going to be for you. Okay, so what I did was I created, because I understand what this is like, and I am this multidimensional starseed. I created a true multidimensional training, which is specifically geared to starseeds and their healing power. It is not going to work for everybody, but it is for you if you are so multidimensional, so expansive, so powerful, and you just need to learn how to direct that into different intentions and causes, and learning the different the different processes for doing things like crystalline upgrades, because we've talked about them a lot. So inside of this multidimensional training that I specifically created for starseeds, we're going to be working alongside Andromedans, Lyrans, Pleiadians, Archangels, because you can never leave out Archangel Michael. He's so great and Archangel Raphael, both of them powerful healers. And you will learn how to perform. Just listen to this, okay? Just see if this resonates in your body when I say this, okay? Are you here to do this work? Because here's what I want to teach you how to do, okay? Psychic scanning, where you're scanning psychically with your clairsentience and your clairvoyance and your clairaudience and your claircognizance, using maybe your hand palm chakras the way I do, psychically scanning your clients, okay? Doing things like entity removals, okay? That is just a reality of people that astral travel a lot, which starseeds are astral traveling literally every single night. When your body goes to sleep, you have things to do. You got missions to be on, classes to teach. You're probably someone's spirit guide on the other side of the world. You're learning, you're visiting your councils, you're talking about your soul contracts. You're constantly astral traveling. And sometimes you pick up parasites or attachments. And sometimes, unfortunately, it gets even darker than that. And you may have already experienced something like a dark entity attachment. As a starseed healer, you need to know how to handle that. Okay, so let's figure that out. Entity removals. Okay, the next thing, crystalline DNA activations. This is the 6D. And you need to know with your specific client where to start. You cannot blast their entire body with it, or they will like have a literal breakdown. You need to know where to start, how to make it anchored in, how to be gentle, how to move through their body with 6D energy. So that's the crystalline DNA activations. I'm also going to be teaching inside of this training Akashic healing, because again, you need to understand as a multidimensional starseed, do you think I'm just healing this life? No, I need to heal that Egyptian life that took me out. I need to heal that Orion lifetime where we were literally in galactic wars and battles the entire time and I saw my planet be decimated. I need to heal my Lyran experience where I lost my partner to war. Like I need to, and this is what your clients are going to need. This is what I mean by how starseeds are going to heal so different. Akashic healing is healing beyond this lifetime, going into other lifetimes and healing the timelines. Because a lot of the time, those timelines are not in the past. They're parallel. These are parallel lifetimes that are existing still. And if you can heal them now, then you can heal this version of you now as well. We're also going to be learning system upgrades. So people that are ready to completely overhaul their third eye or their sacral chakra, and they're ready to bring in that golden energy that does those alchemical transformations. So upgrades. I'm also going to be teaching light language coding, which is so friggin' huge. I think it's one of my favorite things. I'm going to teach it in two ways. I'm going to teach light language and I'm going to teach soul language, because I tend to use more soul language coding. So you'll get to choose between the two. And that coding also helps activate, anchor, open. I've used it to open a lot of people's hearts and throats, all of this kind of special divine starseed language. We're also going to be learning quantum healing, healing beyond space and time. And we're going to be doing crazy things like soul retrievals. Okay, soul retrievals, I just say it so nonchalant, like it's not a big deal. That is friggin' huge. Okay, if you know how to do a soul retrieval for someone, you can literally make their soul whole again. Because when a soul goes through massive, massive trauma, parts of that literal soul will splinter off like a fractured piece, can like splinter off and just and leave. Like either like I've seen it where it stays in the location where the trauma happened, and sometimes you need to physically go back there to get it, or sometimes you can call it back through astral travel. And other times I've seen in myself, where I've seen both of these versions of myself. I've seen a soul retrieval that needed to happen from a piece of my soul that was so shattered during childhood trauma that I just turned it off like a light switch. And I wasn't doing it on purpose. This was completely unconscious decision, but like a light switch just turning off. I was like, I'm going to turn off those gifts that are too sensitive. I'm going to turn off my ability to cry. I'm going to turn off all this stuff because there's too much trauma here. And when that kind of stuff happens when you're a kid, not to mention these past lives, parallel lives, but even just in your inner child, in your childhood from this life, you can have those experiences and you turn things off. And now you need a soul retrieval to turn them back on, right? So it's literally just beyond. The curriculum in this training, in this course, is so beyond. Okay, and so, and also, I know that I mentioned before that starseeds heal in a multidimensional way where they cannot discount their soul nudges and their intuition. Well, okay, so we're going to start the course by specifically teaching you, revealing what your soul gifts are. And that's going to be through a group reading, like a soul gift reading for the group, plus a lesson to understand soul gifts more deeply. And then we're going to overhaul your entire intuition, like your entire psychic hub. I'm going to be overhauling your pineal gland and teaching you so deeply the language of the clairs: clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience, claircognizance. Okay. And this is going to again, like energy healers are beautiful, but if they are not working from a place of intuition, psychic knowing, soul nudges, and the clairs, then they're missing most of the picture. And that's why we're going to start with that. And this training will never box you in. This beautiful course, it will grow with you. And so the course is called Starseed Weaver of Light. Okay, this is a 4-month certified course where you are going to be learning everything that I just said. Psychic scanning, entity removals, crystalline DNA activations, Akashic healing, system upgrades, light language coding, quantum healing, soul retrievals. That's not even everything in the curriculum. You really should just check out the curriculum. Plus soul gifts, plus overhauling your pineal gland and teaching you the language of the clairs. I'm going to spend an entire lesson on every single clair. So you were going to be like, oh frig, I totally get what clairvoyance is now. Clairaudience, clairsentience, claircognizance. It's going to be so clear for you. Okay. All right. So plus, because it's certified, the Starseed Weaver of Light is another certified course. So you can take that certification and your unlocked powerhouse gifts now at the end of the course. You take those gifts, you take that certification, and you build your soul empire. Okay, or if you already have a soul empire, then expand it. Because like I said, there are new waves of awakening that are going to be hitting the planet this year big time. A lot of people are predicting 2025 to be a huge one, but I also see 2028 to be enormous. So these new waves of awakening are millions upon millions of souls that will be looking for you and your services. They're going to be looking for us. And how do we start this whole live? Well, we are doorways to the divine, right? Awakened Starseeds are doorways to the divine. And we can be a doorway to information, which is channeling. And we can be a doorway to energy, which is the newest way to do this, is the 6D crystalline upgrades for people. Okay, so again, I want to just a quick call to action here. If you feel like you are ready to activate yourself as a doorway to the divine, and you know, oh, I'm here to bring through that information. I'm here to connect with those higher realms and channel it in such an ego-free, potent, powerful way. You come to me and I'll take you into Psychic Light, which is a certified course to teach you how to channel and speak light language and read Akashic records and learn the language of the clairs. And you're going to be and astral travel in that one as well. That's the first one. And then the second one, if you're like, no, I am here to be a divine doorway to that energy that you're talking about, that divine energy, those high frequencies, to evolve humanity on a literal physical level, then you come to me and I will take you into Starseed Weaver of Light, a multi-dimensional Starseed healing course. Thank you so much, Sylvia. She's just saying Jenny's an amazing teacher. You're kind. I love you so much. And by the way, if you've taken Psychic Light with me before, come to me for a very special discount on Starseed Weaver of Light. It's huge. Okay, so if you see this, come to me first for your discount and I'll get you set up, okay? But if you haven't taken one of them yet, then just choose one. Okay, choose where you're most passionate. Do you want to do Starseed Weaver of Light? We start July 2nd. Or do you want to do Psychic Light with the channeling? We're going to be starting, I think, around August for that one. Late August, maybe early September for that one. So you can get on the wait list for that. Whatever one you take, I'll make sure you get a crazy discount, like literally 50%. Like it's insane. I will make sure that you get that into the other. They're going to go together because many of us, not everyone, I understand not everyone feels like they're a healer and not everyone feels like they're a channeler, but to the ones like me that do feel that way, then you're going to want both, okay? And so I'll make sure that that's really accessible for you. Okay, so there's your call to action. Come hit me up in my DMs. I'm always in there, ready to chat, answer questions, whatever. Starseed Weaver of Light is the one that's starting first. That's the crazy multi-dimensional starseed healing where we're going to be working alongside Andromedans, Lyrans, Pleiadians, Archangels, and I will teach you, not ever box you in, but teach you how to perform psychic scanning, entity removals, crystalline DNA activations, Akashic healing, system upgrades, light language coding, quantum healing, soul retrievals, to name a small amount of what's happening in that course, because I'm also going to teach you about soul gifts and very deeply take you into the language of the clairs. Yay! Aurora Shadow saying she can't wait. She's already signed up. I've got 4 seats already taken, and I'm thinking I want to take 10 students, so I'm going to take 6 more. So don't wait. I know we're not starting till July 2nd, but you want to reserve your seat, and we're already in June, right? Tomorrow. So it's going to happen so fast. Okay. If you have questions, come to my DMs. If you want the link, guess what? Come to my DMs and I will send you the link. If you've taken Psychic Light in the past with me, make sure you come to me for your discount before you sign up. And other than that, I'm going to leave it there today. But I love you all so much, my beautiful doorways to the divine. Millions of people are going to be awakening over the next year, and millions upon millions upon millions between now and 2028. You are like this spiritual, channeling and energy healers is not a trend. It is a huge, booming business now that is a divine way to support others. They're going to be searching for your services. They're going to be searching for who can heal me, who can help me connect with my spirit guides, help me to understand the messages I'm receiving, help me to heal, help me to evolve. They're going to be looking for you. And then you'll be these beautiful certified professionals that are ready to take on new clients, brand new awakening people, waves of people. Okay, so get ready to serve millions upon millions of newly awakened souls with either Psychic Light or Weaver of Light. And yay, we've got somebody else that signed up, that girl, Riri, so excited. Yes, Sharita, I'm so excited. I can't wait to start either. It's going to be so powerful. Okay, love you all so much. I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye, everyone.